Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Committee on Promoting Work Life Balance, I extend a warm welcome and heartful welcome to each one of you to today's inspiring webinar on the theme Balancing Schedule with a Smile, Joyful Living for Chartered Accountants. Committee on Promoting Work Life Balance is a newly formed committee for the Council year 25-26, constituted with an objective to enhance the well being of stakeholders of ICAI. We are privileged to have with us our esteemed dignitaries who have always guided and encouraged initiatives that focus not just on professional excellence but also on holistic well being. I now invite Mr. C.A. Jay Chera, Chairman of the committee. About Mr. Jay Chera, distinguished chartered accountant with an inspiring
Hello. Sorry. You please continue.
journey of excellence with multiple degree across finance, law, management, advanced studies in Italy, Germany, US, UK and China. He brings global expertise, associate with ICAI since 1995. He has served as Surat ICAI chairman, WIRC vice chairman, and Central Council member for 3 terms, chairing over 30 national and international committees, honored with award from the President of India, Governor, Chief Minister, and many more. He is celebrated as a legend of Surat and youth icon. Beyond finance, he is a multi talented artist, musician, and performer, truly reflecting holistic growth and leadership. Sir, over to you.
Thank you very much, Deepika. A very good evening to all of you, friends. Our esteemed speaker for today's session, CA Preeti Goyal ji, the moderator, CA Deepika Agarwal ji, the backbone of our committee, the secretary of the committee, CA Priyam Vada ji. I think we are towards human enrichment and our empowerment in this committee. You can see that. I'm the only person left out. Well, so we are maintaining all the balances. We can say so. Right. So anyway, friends, Work-Life Balance Committee, that is the Committee on Work-Life Balance, has been newly created by our Honorable President this year. He has envisaged this committee. He had already assigned me 3 committees. And next day, he called me in the morning. भाई मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि एक कमिटी होनी चाहिए वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस पे. कई चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स को ऐसा फील हो रहा है कि स्ट्रेस है और ये है. आप क्या बोलते हो? बोला सर सही है, बिल्कुल सही है, कमिटी होनी चाहिए. तो आप ले लोगे क्या? बोला सर आप जो दोगे वो मैं लूंगा बिल्कुल. So he was so kind enough. He gave me 4 committees in which this is one, I believe, a very, very important committee. Though there are some of my colleagues who say that ये तो कमिटी नहीं. And I personally feel that कि यही तो कमिटी है, यही तो है. Well, of course you require committee for direct tax and indirect tax and corporate law and everything. But boss, do one thing. अपनी कार को सर्विस मत कराइए और चला के दिखाइए. कब तक चलाओगे? तो उसी तरह से अपने आप को भी तो सर्विस देनी पड़ेगी. This is also a very, very important machine. I think the most sophisticated machine, right? If you don't provide time to time services, maintenance is not there, repairs are not there, then think about it. What will be the effectiveness? And very rightly, Preeti ji, one of the US president, of course, not the current one, right? It is very difficult to quote about the current one somehow. One of the US president very rightly said that if I had 10 hours to chop the tree, I would use 6 hours to sharpen the axe. And these 6 hours, out of those 10 hours, are with this work-life balance committee. So, we are 60% portion of all the committees.
Yes.
The remaining committees are 40%. Let me put it this way. This is the weightage of this committee.
Yeah.
Well, today, friends, we have a very, very interesting topic and a very interesting speaker as well. Friends, this year, when we started with this committee, because it was a very abstract thing. If it is a direct tax committee, you know very well what are the 4 corners. When it comes to work-life balance, we are not very sure initially how we are going to go. But believe me, it is wonderful to see to it. There are no corners to it. We can go to any extent. We started with the International Yoga Day. where more than 200 branches joined. We had the cycle day, we had the laughter day, and we had a number of other events. And we have a series of webinars where we are talking about life,
Yes.
the important aspects called life for chartered accountants. Friends, believe me, if you are happy, if you have a smile on your face, if you are energetic, if you are healthy, then staying at office with focus for 3 hours will serve you much more than staying there for 10 hours without all these aspects. So here comes the importance. Well, today, Preeti ji has taken up a very pretty topic, let me say that way. And why I am just looking that side, I'll just show you. It's a beautiful time. I am here at Surat, and you can just look at the beautiful rain outside. So I'm enjoying this rain, and along with that, I'm going to listen to our today's speaker. Well, the topic is balancing schedules and smiles. That is joyful living for chartered accountants. So let me touch upon each and every word. Preeti ji must have thought about all the various aspects, but I really wanted to think something natural about it and what naturally comes out of it. Let me start with each and every word. Balancing. Let me start with it. Well, balancing is very, very crucial. Very crucial. You know, many things you have to balance. Many things in your life, right? Your health and wealth, you have to balance. Your working hours and leisure hours have to be balanced, right? Preeti ji, both the things are to be balanced. It is said that if Sunday does not enchant you, change your hobbies and friends, and Monday does not enchant you, change your business or profession. So if you don't go at your office with zeal and enthusiasm on Monday, you are in a wrong profession. और अगर शनिवार को ये फील नहीं आए कि हफ्ते में 4 शनिवार होने चाहिए, तो आप इंसान ही नहीं। सी ये तो बहुत दूर की बात। So both the things are very, very, very crucial, and both the things should go together. You have to be an excellent professional. When it comes to your domain expertise, you can be second to none. You have to keep on investing in yourself in terms of your domain expertise, whatever you choose. If you choose GST, you have to be the best in GST across the globe. If you choose to be into IFRS, you have to be marvelous in that. So that part is important. At the same time, in your leisure hours, first is whether are you fighting leisure hours, and second, what are you doing there? If in your leisure hours you are not with your good friends, if you are not with your children, and if you are senior chartered accountant, not with your grandchildren, you are perfectly missing something, right? So here comes balancing. Schedules. Now let us talk about schedules. So, you know, somebody commented today, chartered accountant ki life. I said, what are you talking about, boss? Chartered accountant's life is fantastic and has to be fantastic, right? If a common man can live beautifully, right? If he can manage his schedules well, and as a chartered accountant, I cannot manage, then I think it is wrong on my part. So scheduling, well, it is very crucial that we maintain our schedules. As I say, every aspect of your life has time. Look at the nature. Nature is so beautiful. Summer comes at a time of summer, winter at a time of winter, monsoon at a time of monsoon. There are days and there are nights. Similarly, our schedules for work, our schedules, that is also in work also, strategic work, operational work. Similarly, leisure, health, relationship, right? All these aspects, how to schedule it? Well, your life can be fast, but should not be hectic. Please understand what I mean to say. It's a very important thing. You can have a very fast life. From morning till evening, you can keep on running, but with a smile on the face, with happiness, then that is termed as a fast life, not hectic life. Right? It is something like dhoom machale. You know, you are going fast, but it is not hectic. So, schedules. The one who cannot maintain his schedules well, and the one who says that time hi nahi milta, I think he's talking about his weaknesses. Because each and every person on this earth has 24 hours. Each and every person. Whether you are a doctor, a chartered accountant, a barber, or maybe the ruler or whatever, you know, everyone has 24 hours. Now, within these 24 hours, the way you can manage your time, the way you can manage your life, because time management is life management. So schedules. And the third important thing that she was talking about was balancing schedule and smiles. I believe if on your face smile is missing, then you can be any person, but not at least a learned person. The first and foremost thing that is required for a person who is actually learned, truly learned, is smile. And it is said that your smile is contagious, and same is your frown. So if you are a person with high energy, you are contagious. You will pass on energy to everyone who meet. And if you are a person who is so sad, who is gloomy, then you are going to pass on that to others. So I think remaining happy is not only your right, it is your duty also. Because what you have, that you will pass on. If I am a rose, I'll pass on the fragrance of a rose. And if I am a cow dung, I'll pass on that particular thing to you. So, smiles, happiness is the first, according to me, the first symbol of being educated. Is the first symbol. I many times say that a person who does not have a smile on his face can neither be educated nor be spiritual. And in this rainy season, let me say that cannot even be romantic. I want my chartered accountant to be well educated, spiritually uplifted, and why not romantic? Living a life as it should be. And the next word that Madam has selected is joyful living. So, joyful. One has to have a very joyful life. And believe me, being joyful every time is the first prayer. Is the first prayer. Think about it. We had a luxury of being born in India, and a few days back, we celebrated birthday of a child known for his joyful living throughout the life, Krishna, Lord Krishna. So how joyful he lived, right? Being joyful is a form of prayer. Whether you know technically any words in Sanskrit, Hindi, or whatever, it matters later. But being joyful is the first prayer, even without any words. Living, living. So balancing schedules with smile, joyful living for chartered accountants. So let me come to living now. Well, what is the purpose of living? Is it to just have a livelihood or live it to the full size? If I'm just going to my office, serving my clients and coming back in the evening, and if that is my only routine throughout my life, am I living truly, or is it only maintaining livelihood? Because I learned it from a very wise sage that even an ant is earning its living, right? So if I am only earning my living, then how my consciousness above it? So living to the full extent, as in Hindi it is said, Zindagi zinda dili ka naam hai, murda dil kya khak jiya karte? Living. And the last thing is CS or CS. So friends, believe me, while each and every human being on this earth has taken birth for being happy, for having smile on a face, right? While it is so, can chartered accountants be different? No. The only thing is that they have to be much more in terms of smile. They have to be a little more eccentric on Saturdays. They have to be more energetic. They have to be much more better in terms of scheduling. And that is what I believe that we chartered accountants have to keep on investing in ourselves. Because what we keep on inculcating in ourselves, that will manifest in our life. So I think it's a beautiful topic, balancing schedules with smiles. It is very, very much possible to see to it that we schedule all our activities in a beautiful way, even handle the surprises which come any point of time in a very smooth way. At the same time, maintain smile throughout. Maybe throughout the day, we might not be in a position to keep smiling because maybe we have not yet reached that Buddhahood. We have not yet become Krishna or Mahavir or Lord Ram. But it is said that the birds of gloom, the birds of despair shall fly over your head. Don't allow them building nest. I think that's very important. So maintaining smile most of the time, handling the schedules effectively and living a beautiful, joyful life. I think that is what a chartered accountant deserves. And that is my wish that each and every chartered accountant who has particularly joined this particular program or who is going to watch it on YouTube, ICI Tube, and all other my chartered accountant friends, I wish that they schedule their life in the most smooth way with smiles on their face, and they have such a life that people can give examples. With this, let me thank once again Preeti ji for accepting our invitation to be the speaker, Deepika ji for becoming the moderator, and Priyam Vadaji for organizing this entire program. And I once again thank all my dear participant friends. And please do keep on coming in our programs. And I assure you, we'll have some wonderful topics and wonderful speakers for you. And today, yes, I am sure you will learn how to balance schedules and smiles and have a joyful living. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay sir, for such an inspiring opening, a perfect start to the session on the balancing life with a smile. I think what I understood, just like nature thrives in perfect rhythm and balance, a chartered accountant too can create harmony by balancing busy schedule with joyful living. So, without delay, I'm introducing CA Preeti Goyal. CA Preeti Goyal is a chartered accountant, cost accountant with over 3 decades of excellence. Become honors, graduate from Delhi University. She qualified as CA in 1991 at just 22 years of age, clearing all exams in her first attempt during articleship. She also completed CMA in 1990, secured the highest marks in the costing paper of CA final across India. For her remarkable achievement, she was honored in 1991 by late Prime Minister of India, Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao. In practice since 1994 in Nabha, Punjab, she specializes in taxation, finance, and business advisory. Beyond her profession, she is a senior art of living faculty, having conducted 85 plus happiness and wellness workshop, yoga sessions for the army, corporates, and more than 27 career counseling session for the student across country. Her journey is a true blend of brilliance, discipline, and service. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hand together to welcome today's speaker, Miss Preeti Goyal. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Deepika, and thank you, Jess, sir. Very good evening to esteemed members. It's a really privilege to be invited by ICI, and it's such a good start that Jess are given. Means it's really that I'm lost. The way enthusiasm and the zeal Jess sir shows, and each and every one of should and must have this kind of enthusiasm. Deepika, I'm not able to see anyone on the screen.
No, ma'am, we cannot see them, but they can see us. You can continue.
But I need to see someone to continue, or you can be on the screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm here.
Okay. 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 So as Jason said, so I just start. What is purpose of our life? Definitely, purpose of our life is to be happy, joyful. Whatever activities we get indulged with, would it so put so much of hard work doing CA, and after becoming CA, we are still putting our sincere efforts and lot of our time, our prime time into a profession. And all these activities, lead us to only one thing, to get happiness and freedom. That is what is the natural desire of anybody on this earth, leave apart CAs. So, are we, how much, like what the Jason said, 60% should go to these activities of the wellness committee and 40% to the all other committees. Like us, domain expertise. So we all have our domain expertise, whatever we are practicing into. But one US university research tells us soft skills and the domain skills. Soft skills means the skills to communicate, skills what our or our presentation speak, and the domain is the expert knowledge, how business grows. It is not that a person who is a gold medalist or who has achieved certain percentage of marks will be performing better in the field. No. Whenever we go to a doctor, do we ever ask how much percentage or which university you qualified? No. Anyone coming to our office, did any client ever ask how many marks did we attempt or how many attempts did we took to pass the CA? No. It is our presentation, our communication skills, our aura, our presence that speaks. This is the first attraction of establishing into any profession or into any trade or business or into any relation. After that comes the expert knowledge that has to be there. So today we'll be talking more about these soft skills, the softer part of our life. Even our brain has, two parts, two hemispheres. The left brain is logical brain and the right brain is creative. But we have to think how much time we are using our right brain and how much time we are using our left brain. If we are in office, most of the time we are using logic, analytical, we are using our left brain. And but for the right brain, for music, for creative activities, for dancing, for cheering up, how much time are we giving to this brain? This is a question we have to ask to ourselves. For a human to have its peak performance, both sides of the brain need to be taken care. Even Saraswati Ma, if we look at the deity's photo or the deity's presentation, it holds one book in its hand and mala in the other hand. What does it show? Book shows the knowledge and the mala shows the meditation. And in both hands it holds veena. What does it show? It shows the right side of the brain, music. Some sort of creativity. So he's holding in two hands. It means 50% should go to that side of our life and 25% to the knowledge and rest 25% for our meditation and all other such activities. So here comes the balancing part. We are the people who are balancing into the balance sheets of all our clients. Even in society, we owe a great respect. Even the PM Narendra Modi ji said, CA's pen is more powerful. Its signatures are more powerful than the signature of Prime Minister. Because there is no second opinion when a CA signs. But a PM can be, questioned in the parliament. So that is the respect we get from the society. And we are truly giving it back to the society in many, many ways. We get the law complied, the compliance that is rapidly changing. Every now and then new amendments are coming. So it becomes our onus to teach our clients how does it going to impact its business. What will be the impact on the income? What will the impact on its taxation and so many things. So we are doing a very, good job, a prestigious job and providing very honest service to the society. So as Jia sir said, we can give what we have. If we have roses only, then we can give roses. So if our life is balanced, we are happy from inside, we are joyful from inside, only then we can share this with our clients, with the society, or the person around us. But sometimes, though we are so learned, so intellectually powerful, what happens? The work pressures take on us, especially our busy periods, tax audits, stat audits, and other deadlines. And as usual, client has its own percentage. Some of the clients are bound to come on the last dates. Some come early, and most of them need a calling, constant calling. Some informations do come, and some still remains missing, for which we have to, pursue with them. In this scenario, what happens sometimes? The stress takes on us. What is stress? We can define stress in many ways. One way is so much work to do, little time or fixed time, and at times we feel no energy or less energy. Time we cannot increase. Everybody has got 24 hours. Deadlines hardly get extended now. in this era, and what is left with energy. So what we can increase is energy. As Jaya sir very rightly said, if we go to our office full of enthusiasm, full of happiness, the focus automatically comes. Instead of spending long hours on working, say 10 hours or 9 hours or 8 hours, we can complete that thing in 3 or 4 hours. That is absolutely true. And I think so that's why this workshop is today, how we can bring a balance into our system, into what we are, and then we deliver our best performance. How can we deal with these work related stresses or stresses that life gives us, our atmosphere, the people around, or the conditions around imposes on us many times? So, as I said, stress is what? Something is lacking, like energy is less, work is more, time is limited. So, how can we increase energy? What are the factors that contribute to energy? Just give it a thought. Yes, there are. You can see 4 factors. We get energy from food, we get energy from sleep. Yes, you heard it right, from sleep. We get energy from breath. And there is another point, another factor providing us energy, that is calm, happy mind. If our mind is very calm, very happy, and in present moment, it also provides a lot of energy. Food, we also know, entire social media and everything is there to tell us what to eat, what not to eat. But here, I just want to add one little point: when to eat. At times, we miss this when to eat. You know, body has a circadian rhythm. It has a time when we should fall asleep. It has a time to wake up. It has a time to eat it. It has a time to rest. As per circadian rhythm, our internal or sleep is very important. Our all the internal organs, our brain and everything, it get repaired, it get cleansing. So many things happen, so many processes happens while we are sleeping. Say the liver, 10 to 12 is the time for liver to get cleansed, to get repaired, and get ready for the next day work. But if we take our dinner late, after 7, 8, 9, or 10, I have seen people taking dinner even after 10. What happens? The time for liver to rest and get repaired, get cleansed, we are putting it to work. So most of the people, even the younger ones, are having one or the other problems associated with the liver. Many people now are having fatty liver. One article in my office, as young as 21, 22 years, he's diagnosed with fatty liver and is taking medical remedies. I just called him into my office. Very, politely I told, it is very good you are taking medical help, but what effect more, is giving some rest. If we put a labor who is supposed to work for 8 hours, for 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, what happens? It will fall sick. It will not be able to perform, not be able to give at least the desired results. So he really took my advice. He started taking dinner early by 7 o'clock, starting sleeping by 10, 10:30, max 11, getting up early. So it really helped him. So if it helped him, it is going to help all of us. So with food, when is also very important. Second comes sleep. If sleep gives us, energy, do we keep on sleeping more and more hours? No. When we sleep, on Sunday, we get up and sleep again. What happens? The dullness and heavy head. We feel very heavy at head and dullness. So there should be an adequate amount of sleep. Right amount depends from person to person, but generally 7 to 8 hours of good sleep is essential for our entire body to rejuvenate and get ready for the next day's work. Our brain gets sharper. If we don't take proper sleep, a good quality sleep, our brain becomes duller. We get less smarter. Our sex drive reduces. There are so many impacts on our body. So the third aspect comes is breath. We are hardly aware of breath. What is the first activity of life when we came on this planet Earth? It is breathing. We took the breath and then we cried. What is going to be the last activity on this planet? When we leave our breath, an exhalation, the breath going out but not coming back. What is in between breathing in and breathing out is life. So that is the importance of breath in our life, which we are hardly aware of. A person's body is there, but if it's not breathing, do we call that it is Mr. XY? No, we call it is Mr. X body line. Even the name is taken along with breath. You know how much breath is important? How much energy do we get from the breath? Any guess? From all other activities, from food and from sleep and everything we eat, we take. Any guess? It is 90% we get from the breath. How many toxins we release out of the body? Different organs release so many toxins from the body. If we get constipated, say for 2 or 3 days, we rush to a doctor or we take some home remedy or something, we get worried. But what about breath? Breath is responsible for releasing 90% of toxins out of the body. But if we are breathing properly, we're breathing 60%, we're breathing 80%, or we're just breathing 20-30%. Any attention to this? Hardly any attention. Harvard University did research, and what it revealed that a healthy person who's has a good lifestyle, means doing some kind of physical activity, walking or swimming or jogging, some sort of yoga or gymming, he's using his lung capacity up to 30% only. Yes, my dear, 30% only. And an Olympiad athlete who won the gold twice, he was found to be using 80 to 90% of its lung capacity. So there are breathing techniques that had been invented. One is like Sudarshan Kriya. We do it today and our lung capacity extends to 70 to 80%. You know what our energy is? If we get 90% energy from the breath and we're breathing only 30%, what is the capacity level we are working? 19 to 30, 27%. And if we do the breathing exercises, capacity enhances to say 70 or 80%, what will be our productivity? 30 into 80, 80 into 90, 72%. So what happens? There is no tiredness. When tiredness creeps in, either the body gets tired, eye gets tired, or the brain is tired, it directly hampers our work performance, our communication skills, our presentation before a client or before a board meeting. Brain is not as agile as it needs to be. It is less creative. So that is the importance of breath in our life. Now comes the third part, a calm, composed, peaceful mind. Just a little phone call sometimes put us off balance. something here and there happens that is not according to our mind. And mind gets upset over little thing. Our hormones we carry that has a very slow change, very slow, changes happen. So we owe a system that is millions years of old age system when we were living in the forest. The brain still work on the same hormones, same pattern. What happens when we were in the forest? Some just rustling of the leaves, some sound here and there, and brain gets alert. Look, it's some danger. Don't get eaten up, someone's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So it gives signal, fight or flight. So brain decides if it can fly, fight. Otherwise, it runs away. Now what happens? A little stress triggers the same signals inside our body, and so much of cortisol released. It is released so that we can fight with all our might. The system, the intelligence system human body has, want to save the body at any cost. But now we are living in so secure and confined homes in civil society. No such dangers exist as such. But the signals still trigger. And this is what small and little things gets us into stress without even our knowing. Sometimes we do not even know that our system or our brain or our mind is stressed. But stresses keep on coming into our body. And when these hormones are released, they are triggered. What happens? Our body is not capable of flushing them out 100%. Some remain still in the body. And for that, we need to perform some kind of physical activities, some vigorous physical activities, like cycling, swimming, running, or walking, taking a brisk walk, or doing some yoga. Likewise, Surya Namaskar. There are so many yoga techniques our country, our ancient rishis offer. When we do that, that gives body a strength. It balances our blood circulation. It almost massages our internal organs and gives so much other benefits. Now we come to the calm and peaceful mind. The other way is meditation. We need to meditate, say 20 minutes, more than enough. If you do it twice in a day, it is really good. I just remembered somewhere I reading, someone asked Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhi, he was doing practice of meditation daily, twice, morning and evening. What may happen, it was so much inculcated into his routine. Was sitting in parliament and some British officer asked, you remain so busy. How do you manage to do meditation twice? And what happens if you are extremely busy? You know what he replied? He said, when I'm extremely busy, then I do my meditation thrice. Yes. As Jay sir said, how much we use capability of our mind? Very low. If the system is stressful, we have not slept properly, we are tired, the capacity of mind goes down. So if we meditate on a really hectic day, we manage to get few minutes out of it, maybe 5 minutes. We just close our eyes and sit. Just bring attention to the breath. That is more than enough. What it changes, there's a shift in the consciousness. Again, we are back to the workplace. Our enthusiasm, our energy gets back. So today I'll be offering few techniques and tools for instant energy, like because we have instant noodles, instant tea, instant coffee. So there are some techniques that give us instant energy, instant relief, instantly we're out of stress. So this is one thing about stress and the 4 levels of energy. Many of us will be doing already knowing what meditation is. Many of you has already learned some or the other breathing techniques, maybe Sudarshan Kriya. So now the other aspect that we started discussed in the beginning, and Jay sir also told, what is the purpose? We have come here to live a joyful life. Have we seen ourselves, the people around us, our staff, our colleagues? How do they feel in our presence? And there are people into our life in whose presence we feel so much uplifted. We feel at ease from inside. We feel elevated. And sometimes we meet a person, we feel so much drain of energy, we feel so much low. It looks life is nothing but so much of problems. I think so it happened with everybody. Sometimes here and there. Everybody might have experienced this. So what are the difference between the personality of two people? So it is the company we need to choose very correctly. This is where we need to work and balance into our life. We have so many schedules to balance it. Schedule 1, schedule 2, schedule 10, share capital schedule, and then profit and loss schedules comes. Each schedule has its own ways of telling us the things. Similarly, life has its own ways. There are so many disclosures to the balance sheet. So is to the life as well. We really need to think what is the purpose of our life? What are we here for? When the perspective is bigger, the problems get smaller. And when we concentrate only on the smaller things, what we have to do? We have to earn the money, we have to achieve this target, we have to achieve that target. Just focusing on the smaller things and forgetting the bigger things altogether, this will also bring some kind of imbalance into our life. So many hormones get released, like cortisol, that are responsible for stress. But when we have a bigger goal, small things are always taken care because we get more and more energy to do our tasks, daily tasks. And at the same time, we'll be able to maintain our enthusiasm, our cheerfulness, and a beautiful smile on our faces. Just as said, smile is very contagious. Absolutely true. If one starts laughing for no reason, there are so many social media clips also there, and the others start laughing. And then the third one also started laughing, and the fourth started laughing, and the entire group started laughing out of no reason. It is so contagious. Same goes for if one starts running or fighting. So this is our choice. We have to willingly, effortfully think what kind of schedules we want to bring into our life. How are we going to maintain our relations within the family, in society, with our clients, with our colleagues, everywhere? We are most respected, you can say, professionals in the society. We get so much respect wherever we go. And this profession offers us such a flexibility, which I think so no other profession I have seen offering such flexibility. So, what routine we need to keep, what schedules we need to keep to bring balance, joy, and happiness. There's so many said, and so many Shiv Kara, so many people said 5 a.m. club, this and that. We just need to sit and think how much time we want to give to this body. Can we spare just 1 hour in the morning? We're going to use 24 hours this body. Do a little bit of yoga or gym, little bit of meditation, and some knowledge. Reading to scriptures, whatever you are into, anything that is really going to uplift us. Having bigger ideals, bigger goals, goal of serving others, है ना? जैसे सेठ की जिंदगी जिंदा दिली का नाम है ना? What happens, we meet people, they say, yes, I don't have time to do this. People get so much busy in their own schedule, family and office, earning a livelihood. Really, they think of society, people around them. But this is an essential activity of human life. Whatever you give comes many, many folds back to you. You give goodness, it comes thousand folds back to you in any way, some or the other way. We give good to person A, it might come from person C or D in any form. When we talk chemically, today's life has become needus. Needus means there is no juice into our life, very mechanical. Even the Janjis talk about that they are overthinking. There are people coming to my workshops. One young lady, young girl came to me. Actually, her mother came to me. She was appearing, she was a lawyer and appearing for judiciary. She was having anxiety attacks. She falls, gets unconscious. It happened 2, 3 times. Then she did the workshop, how to get out of the anxiety, and it helped. She is so well placed as far as finances are concerned. She is so well placed as relations are concerned. She's already engaged to the person she liked. Both are having good financial rapport, but why then anxiety attacks? Something's here and there, which life is not able to balance. Some imbalance in the body. If there is no imbalance in the body, there are the 3 doshas that run the body, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha as per the Ayurveda. If they are in balance, in harmony, no disease can enter our body. No bacteria or virus can touch unless the body is predisposed. So here the other side of balancing our lives. We have to think what our body is. Is it free of disease? What our breath is free of fever? And whatever our mind. It is a mind, who plays the major role into our life. These are the thoughts, the feelings that run our life. Sometimes we feel like doing something, sometimes we don't feel like doing something. Sometimes we are so tearful, sometimes we are not so tearful, or we are down for no reason, no apparent reason at least. Here we have to understand what our mind is, how does it work? We understand the computer so well, the complexities of law so well. What about our own self? We know the CPU. If the screen is not working, do we repair the screen? No. We know something is there in the CPU. Something is fault with the hard disk or some the other part of the CPU. Similarly with us, if we are stressful, we are not showing the signals what we are supposed to show or do. It means there's something inside. Psychosomatic diseases. Now science has proved, earlier it says 60%, 70%. No, it says more than 90% of the diseases are psychosomatic because there are some imbalanced feelings that are stored inside us. There is no way out. Body and mind is not able to take those bad feelings or bad impressions or sorrowful impressions or good impressions outside the body. There is no technique given to us. And these gets, you know, at the gross level, solidify in our body. And body intelligently stores these unbalanced feelings and the hormones that have released due to those feelings in some or the other part of the body. Likewise, knees on the back, we have backaches, we have stiff neck, we have swollen knees, we have toothaches, or have low eyesight. These are all associated with one or the other things that mind is not able to reconcile. Stress is even as small as we do not get our tea the way we want it. It didn't taste it us. It is a little stress we even forget. But for mind, it gets stored. So how to get these things out of our life is only through meditation. So this is what deity Saraswati shows, holding Veena in both hands. Small hand a little book and the other mala. But we need to think, give time to ourselves. This is called Swadhyaya, self-awareness. First, we have to get aware, where are we? Are we stressed? What gives us the stress? How can we bring the changes, the amendment to our environment, to ourselves, to our schedules, our timetables? This all needs a willful thinking. We need to sit down and think, where are we? Are we going towards the purpose of our life? You know, a person who has got a very big bank balance, is very successful, very, having name and fame, is going to die. And a person who's not having so much a big bank balance or not so much successful is going to die either. We can remember at least that. So here comes the balancing part. Sit down. We used to scrutinize accounts of our clients so beautifully. We tell them, these are the points you need to take care. You do this correction. You do that rectification. Now we sit for ourselves, scrutinize our life. What are our habits? What are the patterns that we don't want anymore? It's not difficult to train mind. But sometimes we struggle so much. Oh, I have this pattern. I get angry so easily. I get irritated. I show tantrums. I'm so outspoken. I need not to speak these things. Something here and there, we tell ourselves, oh, I'm so good in this. So whatever we want to change, rectify in ourselves, it is not very difficult. We just need to know the technique and tools, how we can do this. If you are all ready, we can do a very little process. It's a very small process. It will show you how you can train your mind. Are you all ready? Only for 10 seconds? Okay. So I just presume you all are ready. So I'll say start. Then you will, when I say start, then just look around in your room, around yourself, all the spherical or circular objects, and start counting when I say start. Okay. Start. Stop. How many objects did you count? Some may be 7, some may be 10, some may be 20. Isn't it? Okay. How many of you want it to be repeated? Okay. There are so many things like where your eyeballs are spherical, button on your shirt, they are circular. The plug holes, they are also circular. Okay. Give you one more chance. Another for 10 seconds. Count again. Start. Stop. So what was the count now? It has increased. In my case earlier it was 10 and now it was 34. So just a 10-minute training and brain has done so much. And in this process of looking for circular or spherical objects, did you notice any square objects or rectangular? No. Even if you have seen it, the mind has ignored it. It just looked for the circular objects, isn't it? So this is what happens into our life. Whatever we train the mind to look for mistake in others. Mind get trained for this.
मैम एक क्वेश्चन आया है.
Yeah.
Why our mind try to do wrong things for taking it experience?
Sure. I just take after this I conclude the process. Okay.
सुमित जैन ने मैम ये क्वेश्चन.
Sure. I just take it up. First, just let me complete this process.
ठीक.
Yeah. This is how we can train our mind. If mind is already trained to look for the lack increases into our life because mind is looking for it. And what happens if we train our mind to look for happiness? What we see, happiness all around. Today we find 10 objects to give us happiness. And after 10 seconds, we'll find 30 objects. If we start looking for opportunities around, mind will start looking up for this. So mind, has its own space, its own akasha. Likewise, for body to go from this place to another place, it takes time. We have to travel by road or by air. But mind has no such restrictions, no such obstacles. You are sitting here, you can right away go to Bombay or to any other part of the world. This is what mind does. So this is the mind. It can offer us so much of opportunities. Opportunities are already there around us. It's only us. We fail to see the opportunity. And it also happens sometimes when others see it, then we also see, oh, it was also in front of me, but I didn't see. Why? Because we haven't trained. Isn't it good to train our mind to see, to look for what we want? Yeah. Now, Deepika, I take the question of Sumitji. I think he asked why mind inclined to do wrong things.
Yes.
Yeah. It is such a wonderful question. Thank you, Sumit, for asking such a good question. So I can answer it in a pure, chemical way, in the way of science, and also spiritually. So first I go because our minds are, intellectual. We are the, more left-brain people, work on logic. So what the logic behind this? First tendency of mind is it cling to the negativity. That is a tendency of mind. And second tendency of mind is it internalize negativity. You know, why this is the default setting. When we buy a PC or something, there are certain default setting, default functions. So this is a default setting. So why it's set like this? You know, God is not out of brain to set this. There was a reason. As I told you earlier, our hormones, our body, it has traveled from million of years, but the changes in the level of hormone or our mind, you can say the subtle portion of our existence are very slow. It take thousand and thousand years to get change, you know. So why this negativity? So that we can connect with our surrounding. A small sound, small hint of negativity that I also, told earlier in this discussion, our mind picks up. It is trained like this to catch the negativity because life is in danger. We were living in the forest. Either we eat someone or someone else is going to eat us. That was the scenario. And we internalize. And if we don't internalize, mind is going to forget. Likewise, animals, they have very minimum of this capacity. Likewise, cow keep on grazing, a deer keep on grazing in a forest every day, even if it is hunted or attacked by a lion. If a deer internalize the negativity, it will never be able to graze again freely. It will always be fearful. Lion might attack again. So animals are freed of this, but human beings are not freed. We internalize. Just a little example. When I was working in Delhi, the building was newly constructed and floors were so good. In 91, 92, the tiles, came and it, as bright as glass. And somehow I just get, slipped a little. And every time I entered, that hall, my mind gives me a signal, be careful. This happens with everybody. If something hurts or something, negative happens, the next time our mind alerts us beforehand whenever we go there, whatever we do, isn't it? So this is in fact a blessing to human life. But things have changed so rapidly. but tendency remains the same. Now, what we can do to handle this? We have to do nothing, just get aware that it is there, nothing else. That is where Swadhyay comes. We have to be connected more with our inner self, and somehow this connection is loosened up. There's so much interaction outside world, with others, with social media, with Instagram, you know. It is altogether a different thing having so many likes on your post, and altogether different thing feeling very good from inside, you know. So the answer lies, this is how we are attuned. This is a default setting. Second, the answer or solution to this is getting aware. When we get aware, 50% we're already out of that tendency.
Correct.
And then we can train our brain, because brain tells us, we can say intellect tells us, yes and no. This is right and this is wrong. You do this and you don't do this. But minds or the emotions takes away. It's like flood, it just takes you away. We know we do not get angry, do not yell. But when the emotions comes, every knowledge go washed away. You know, it happens. So to make intellect more powerful, again I come back to the breathing exercises. I tell you little more. You know, when one gets angry, how the breathing pattern goes. Very fast. You can speak, Deepika. Yeah,
Yeah, fast, very fast.
very fast. You know, how does it affect your body? When breath goes very fast, temperature increases
Yes.
and it shows on your cheeks, on your ears. We say
Yeah.
he's just red in anger. गुस्से से मुंह लाल हो गया है ना? So the other thing, how the feeling impacted the breath, it changes the pattern of breath. And with the pattern of breath, temperature increases, some hormones are secreted, triggered.
Good.
Feeling arised in mind, breath connected mind and body. That impact of feeling through breath is transferred to the body. At body level, certain hormones that are responsible for stress get triggered. And due to fast breathing, the temperature also increased. So when we take care of our breath, it is not very difficult. The answer lies just under your nose. What you have to take some deep breaths. Just sit 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 breaths, 3 breaths. That's all. You're feeling so, anxious or irritated or feel like fighting. Okay, मुंह ही तोड़ दूं तेरा तो इतना खराब बोला आपने मुझे, something. Okay, we'll take action, but just 1 minute or 10 seconds only. We attend to our breath. Breath changes, long deep breath, and the feelings also changes. It means 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So 5 is equal to 2 plus 3. When the feelings can impact our breath, the rhythm of our breath, and in turn, the breath can impact our body. So when we control the rhythm of our breath, it impacts the feelings, they go away. There is a constant, immediate change, spontaneous change into our feelings. And soothing breath also affect the body. All the hormones that are triggered, basically the cortisol, it is responsible for stress. What happens, one more thing is there. When we pick a habit pattern, say getting angry, then it is picked. We get more and more angry because that hormone is released, is not completely washed up. And then for a slightest thing, that hormone is triggered. Body is trained now to trigger those hormones. We can train our mind in 10 seconds. So body is already trained. So we get more and more into such activities unconsciously. Getting out is getting conscious. Yes, this is there. Acknowledge, accept. This is my behavior. 50% is done. What to do? Attend to the breath, do little meditation, more yoga, hormonal balance. And when the next time emotion comes, one breath, two breaths, 10 breaths, something. Solution lies under your nose. Hope I made clear, Sumit. It's going to help you.
So hope Sumit, ma'am has answered very well about your question. Hope you get all the answers. Okay, ma'am, you can continue.
Yeah. If you people are sitting comfortably even in a chair, we can do some practical things. Practical things means, as you said, we can sit and contemplate about ourselves. We can scrutinize our own lives. So there are three things that really help us. Whatever way we want, or whatever, wherever we want to take our life, we can take. Whatever the big or the biggest goal we want to set for ourselves, we can set, and certainly we can achieve. If one can achieve, we can also achieve. Here are the three things. First is the knowledge. We need to have the knowledge where we want to go and how we want to go. What is the real meaning of our life? What is this, the complex body, mind, soul? How it works? We need to know it in a bigger and greater detail. How do emotions arise? How do thoughts arise? How do we, like something and we do not like something? Why these things happen into our life? For knowledge, we have a lot of knowledge. Today, we're living in a tech savvy era. Everything is right at our fingertips. We can Google anything. There AI. We can do Chat GPT, Gemini, anything. It will give us the results instantly. So, lot of information is there. Lot of knowledge is there. But there is a word in Sanskrit, we call it pragya. Pragya means implied knowledge. For example, a person in a small town, a CA practicing, it is doing taxation and advisory for individual and firm and HUF. So certainly it becomes so much expert in this era, though he had the knowledge of corporate sector as well. But it becomes a implied knowledge. Without even thinking or stressing much, he can handle the situation. It is at implied level. Like as we learned the bicycle, the first few days we were so conscious, balancing, seeing here and there. But after it becomes so easy, or driving a car, we can talk and we can drive car, though it's not advisable. It becomes so easy. Similarly, the knowledge we practice becomes implied. That is a real knowledge of self. That need to be there. That brings the true happiness. How knowledge becomes, implied or internalized, that becomes automatic into integrated into our behavior, our actions, our thoughts, is through meditation. When mind is calm and relaxed, it is peaceful, then it is able to grasp and retain. Power to retain increases. And for meditation to happen, we can sit our eyes closed at a very comfortable place, very peaceful and serene place. But So many thoughts keep on coming, so much of planning going on. So, for meditation to happen, we need to train our body, we need to do some physical activity. Today, we are having a much sedentary lifestyle as we used to have earlier, say 40 years back or 30 years back. So, these three things need to be integrated into our life: activity at physical level, meditation, knowledge, swadhyaya, self analysis, getting aware what we are even thinking, how are we feeling. Now I take you further. When we are dwelling at level of feeling, you know, something is there we call grace. Even in meditation, the real meditation to happen, we generally say it happens through grace. But for that, we have to sit daily, train mind to sit daily. Now, what is grace? You can say it is cheating. You paid for one thing and two delivered to you. The one extra you got is grace. It is something, whatever effort we put, whatever action we taken, we are rewarded more than that by divine. This is grace. At least all the CAs, when we became CA, it is most crucial, hard work and grace both go hand in hand. Otherwise, 39, 199, this kind of result comes. So, how to get grace into our life? Kripa. What is grace? Is God partial? It gives more to one and less to other? No. Grace is like raining, it's drizzling outside, impartially. Anyone can go in rain and collect. But what happens? We go with our vessels upside down and only few drops are collected. It's not fault of the rain. It's not grace is less. Or what happens? Our vessel is very small. We get only one or two sips. How can we increase our vessel? It is said, even in Bible and scriptures, those who have will be given more, and those who don't have, a little, whatever they have will be taken. What does this mean? A person who lives in gratitude, kripa mein, will be given more and more. So, key to get more grace is gratitude. What for we feel gratefulness for anything? We got a such good body, got a degree, we are CA, for anything. So much beauty around us. God just not made one flower. It made so many type of flowers. Just not one type of mango, so many type of mangoes. So things, so beautiful what it created. More we are grateful, more the grace showers on us. Our vessel increases. You know, say there are two children at home and parents bring some gift. One children takes the gift and applauses and dances and very happy, thank you mama, thank you papa, and start playing with the gift. The other child What is this gift? I never liked this. I've never told you to get me this. I don't like. And he throws it away and starts throwing tantrums and trying. You never take care of me. You never give me what I desire. Why did you give me the wrong things? What happens? Will parents bring gift next time? No. Leave it. He is going to cry anyway. So this is how God sees us. We are children of divine. More grateful we are, more grace comes. So living in gratitude is a very, very, very big thing. In all our scriptures, all our teachings, it is there. Shukrana. Thank you. You know, so as you said, what happens? Due to tendency of mind, clinging to negativity, we forget 10 praises, but mind pick to one insult and hold on to it day after day, week after week, years after years. A bad thing or a hurt happened to us, say, 2 decades ago, sometimes come to our memory and we still get so painful. Sometimes even tears fall. This is the tendency of mind. So how we can reverse being more and more grateful? The more and more we train our brain to be grateful, more and more we start being grateful. So 2 things you can do. One is feeling grateful, you know, and second is you just write that, yeah, this is grateful. What for you feel grateful? And second is, what did you experience? And the gratefulness came to your mind. There are 2 things. You know? Today I experienced a gratefulness. It came to my mind. And at end of the day, I make a journal. I start writing in the journal. Number 1, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for the beautiful for tastiest chocolates given to me. I'm so grateful for the rose blossomed in my lawn, and so on. You can be grateful for anything. It's a good practice to write a journal. If you are stuck in negativity, it definitely gets you out of it, because I have myself practiced this many times. Whenever there is something here and there in the relations or in life, it always had helped me, you know, mind again switches from the negativity to the positivity. So being grateful brings more grace. You know, when mind is stressed, you cannot experience gratefulness. You cannot force your mind experience. No. If it is not experience gratefulness, doesn't matter. Just be aware, it's okay. So it's our prime responsibility to take good care of ourselves, our body, our mind, our emotions, our feelings, and be useful to the society. One more thing is, we are getting so self-centered. You know, earlier time there were joint families, big families, but now are more and more shifted to the nuclear families. मैं और मेरे दो. So earlier there was something, we share everything. There are 5 or 10 members or 5 or 7 children in a joint family. Whatever comes gets shared. We are into habit of sharing our things with everybody. When we share, a hormone called serotonin, it is secreted, and it is responsible for well-being and happy and joyous feelings. For no reason we feel so unburdened, we don't feel light, we don't feel joyful. because this particular hormone is not secreted. Even science and many scientists has proven this. When we hug someone, it is secreted. When we do a selfless activity, that we say service. Service is what? Selfless. It is what? When there is no two-ness, when we are serving, as if we are serving my own self. Mind do not register, there is someone else. And if mind registers, there is someone else, then it is not selfless activity. It can be anything. That habit need to be inculcated into the life. It doesn't matter how much we serve, how much money we spend on serving, but it is the intention of our mind, the readiness of our mind to serve. When it is there, divine gives us the opportunity to serve. More we serve, more serotonin releases into our system, more happiness starts coming. So, doing some exercises and meditation, we can call it sadhana. Some service activity, it can be anything, feeding the birds or the animals, or feeding some poor, or giving them people some knowledge, teaching them, bringing them to the spiritual activities or to the gym or to the yoga, whatever. These all are service. And one more activity that we have forgotten. Whenever something bad comes to us, some anger comes to us, some hatred comes to us, some negative feelings come to us, we speak it. I just don't like you. I don't care. But when we do like something, we hesitate to praise. So many movies, one just keep on thinking to say I love you until he or she manages, some other person has already said it. You have to get over this tendency of mind also. You have to start praising. If we see something good happening around us, we must praise. This is a divine quality. So automatically when we inculcate good habits, there will be lesser time for the bad habits. And there will be one point, then we'll be able to get rid. One more thing is, how do we take vows? Say we want to quit something, some bad habit, say smoking. But generally what happens, new resolutions, we take, okay, we quit it forever. And on the third day, it's going to break. So how we can take a vow that will scrutinize, will bring knowledge, some kind of sadhana and seva, and company of good people into our life. We can take a vow for say 5 days or 7 days. And even if we break, doesn't matter. When we take a vow, we can write down time and date. And if we break it, again we write down time and date. Believe me, this helps. And again we renew our vow. And slowly we can increase the length of period. Say we have taken for 7 days, then we take for 21 days, and so on. And one day it will be imbibed into our systems. So Deepika, how much more time do I have?
Ma'am, you have 30 minutes.
Because you have to conclude and there may be some questions. So or if all are ready, we can do some 10-12 minutes meditation. Hannah. So this is the biggest tool. And rest, there are so many exercises. I can guide you one or two small exercises that we can. Now I bring some tools and techniques that we can use to bring more balance into our body and mind. Okay, all ready? Okay. First week, there is a lot of screen time. Our profession is generally such. So our eyes get tired. So one 5-second quick exercise to eye that gives a tremendous relief to eye and neck area. You can practice with me. Keep our thumb beside our ears. There is some depression in ears there. And fingers on the face. Just give attention to breath. And relax. See the difference. Now we'll do a little second exercise. We'll bring the thumbs beside our ears and fingers beside our head. And now we'll rotate our eyes. First see to your right side, then to your left side. Again, try to see your ear, though you won't be able to. Right ear, left ear. Now see up your eyebrows, if you have. Now your nose, eyebrows, your nose. Now we'll rotate our eyes left to right. Now we reverse, right to left. And we close our eyes. And relax, palm on your knees or in your lap. Spine straight. Slowly open your eyes. Hope it's relaxing. Yeah, Deepika, was it relaxing?
Yes, ma'am. It is relaxing.
Yeah. So this is we can do the another exercise we can blink. What happens when we constantly look at the screen, our eyes get dried. Our eyes are attuned to blink very frequently. But when our gaze is fixed on the screen, it blink less. So eyes get dried. We can blink 35 times, 35 seconds. And it gives a tremendous relaxation. Generally, it is said that you blink, after every half an hour or 1 hour. Even if you remember twice, thrice, or 5 times in a day, it helps a lot. So this is for eyes. And for neck, there was a company, HUL Hindustan Unilever. Its factory finance head, he attended one of my workshops. And when I told him this technique, said, ma'am, there are all around cameras in our office. I really can't do. I said, okay, you can do at least this thing. You have to cross your fingers like this, put beside your head, where there is, you can say place for the choti, and press with hand inside and from head outside, opposite pressure. Only 3 times. Put the pressure and relax. Once more, put the pressure, opposite pressure, and relax. This anyone can do, even if cameras are around. Second, we can hold our like this. We can stretch it like this and like this. They're very relaxing because this part of our neck gets stressed. This thing gets, stressed and painful. It releases all the stress. Second is, I won't be able to show you this, but this is the foot. Sometimes when we, sit on a chair, our legs get stressed because so much of fluid that flows into our body that 100% of it's not, come back. And sometimes we feel swollen feet. There's something, swelling comes up, or we get tired, our legs get tired. Very simple exercises is this: sitting on the chair itself, you can bring your toes upside, putting the pressure on the ankle up and down with a little count, both sides. Now on the right side, up, putting the pressure on ankle, and down, foot down on ankle, up and down. 3-4 times is more than enough. Another is the toes, turning the toes inside and outside, inside and outside on both the feet. Inside, outside. And then we can rotate our feet clockwise, anti-clockwise, here also clockwise, anti-clockwise, doing whenever you remember, or you can associate, okay, the evening tea or the morning tea I'm going to have in office, I'll do this. So 2 times you can do this. It really brings relief to your legs. There are few more exercises. Like as for wrist, we can twist our wrist like this, fingers like this, up and down, sides, sometimes here and there. It really, really brings a lot of relief. You know, our body is not supposed to, it's not attuned to sit for a very longer time at one place. But what happens? Sometimes we sit for a very long time on chairs, many hours. So make it a practice. After every 50 minutes, take a break for 10 minutes. You can do some exercise, you can walk, or you can go some diffused activity. Our work is, you can say, focused and 10-minute diffused activity. And if you do this, entire stress and fatigue is released, and you can keep on working for say 9 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours, whenever the work demands. But this is the technique. So there are breathing techniques. The breathing technique I have learned is from Art of Living course. Anyone can do this course. It is available online and offline. You can learn Sudarshan Kriya. It is called Sky outside India. Even in USA, 60 universities give credit to the students who have learned this and who are doing practice. When at NASA, all the scientists and all the staff, whatever rank, fourth class to the senior scientist, they all have to do this. So it can be taken from artofliving.org, online and offline. You can get it. It is available in 190 countries around the globe. So let's get ready for a small, trailer for meditation. How it brings peace and smile to our faces. So just get ready. If you want a break for 1 or 2 minutes, get a break for 2 minutes. Get ready. You have to sit on a chair or whatever way. Just you have to keep your spine erect and straight and keeping the eyes closed. That will be only requirement. So there's a 2-minute break before meditation. You can adjust yourself.
Yes, it is break for 2 minutes.
Hope everyone is back now. Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am, you can start.
Yeah. You can sit wherever it's comfortable on chair or wherever you are. Keep your spine erect. Keeping your spine straight, just loosen up your shoulders and relax. Close your eyes. And doing meditation is not concentrating, doing just nothing, zero activity. What you have to do, you just have to keep your eyes closed, body relaxed, and listen to the instructions. Whatever you listen is okay. If you are not able to listen something, it's even better. You have to do it with no effort with your mind. So close your eyes, take a deep long breath in and breathe out. Just get aware of all the sounds around you. Sound of fan, some vehicle, someone talking outside. Accept all the sounds. Be one with the sounds. Without putting any effort, take a long deep breath in and breathe out. Now take your attention to your body. Take attention to your right foot, and with the help of mind and breath, relax. Left leg and knee, left thigh, whole of the left leg, right foot, right leg, right knee, right thigh, and whole of the right leg. Just relax. Pelvic region, lower stomach, navel, chest area, right shoulder, right arm and hand, left shoulder, left arm and hand, neck, throat, face, head, head to toe. Complete body is relaxed. Body is relaxed. It is still. Only breath is moving in and moving out. Incoming breath energizes and outgoing breath relaxes. This body is the most precious gift from divine. Respect and honor this body. This body has no value without breath. So respect and honor your breath. One more deep breath in and breathe out. Very gently take your attention to your thoughts. Whatever thoughts are coming, let them come. Good or bad, from past or future. Be one with your thoughts. One more deep breath in and breathe out. Now take your attention to your emotions. Whatever emotion come, let it come. Sad or happy, accept all the emotions and be one with your emotions. You are joy. You are peace. You are happiness. You are joy. You are peace. You are happiness. You are joy. You are peace. You are happiness. Now slowly get aware of your emotions. Now get aware of your thoughts. Now get aware of your body and environment. Taking your own time. Whenever you feel like, you may open your eyes. I hope you are not like to open your eyes. Yes, Deepika, how was the experience?
It was very, very relaxing for me. I hope the participants also feeling same.
So I think so. This is just we did meditation for around 12 minutes, 11 minutes, or I think so, for lesser time, 8 to 9 minutes. We did the exercise also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, just 7, 8 minutes changes the whole consciousness inside us. This is the power of meditation. Now, really, I welcome all the questions.
Ma'am, if you had to recommend just one habit for joyful living, what would be it?
One habit will be sadhana seva satsang. Do your meditation every day. Like dental hygiene, we brush our teeth every day, in fact, twice a day. So do your mental hygiene.
I think,
Meditate at least once a day or twice a day is best, but once a day you can. You can just close your eyes and sit or whatever guided. There are so many guided meditations also available. We can share the link, Deepika.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's good to join some workshop and to learn it under some teacher.
So, ma'am, I think you have given 4, 5 answers together. साधना सेवा सत्संग में आई कैन सी कि 4-5 क्वेश्चंस के आंसर आपने एक साथ दे दिए हैं. One more question, ma'am. How can a chartered accountant bring positivity into routine tasks that are often repetitive or stressful?
Yes. All the tasks that are repetitive and stressful becomes, a kind of irritation into our system. The only one thing is there, you have to start loving those actions. Okay.
Except
Just changing the attitude. I have to do it every day. So I'm going to fall in love with them. They are no more irritating, no more stressful. Okay.
okay.
That is the only answer. Yes.
So, ma'am,
And to love, it is just not, it should not always be feeling based. Generally, it is like this. But we can sit and decide, yes, I'm going to love this. And done.
so ma'am, I think question answers are over and we can conclude.
Yeah.
So, can we conclude, ma'am?
Sure.
So, respected chairman and committee members, dear audience, on behalf of the Committee on Promoting Work-Life Balance, I extend heartful gratitude to our distinguished speaker for today's enlightening session. So, ma'am, you beautifully explained the wisdom of Ayurveda. Circadian rhythm teaches us that aligning with nature's clock restore health and energy. The importance of quality sleep not as a luxury but as a necessity for balance and productivity. How to manage anxiety, the restless mind by cultivating awareness and calmness. So, the profound insights will surely guide us to bring harmony into our professional and personal life. So, I also thank our visionary leader, chairman, vice chairman, secretary, and the entire committee. So, before we conclude, I request all the participants kindly fill in the feedback form as your suggestion help us grow and serve better. One more thing, let me remind you of our proud initiative, CA Moment Daily Virtual Wellness Session, a visionary effort by the chairman of the Committee on Promoting Work Life Balance. Daily virtual yoga session going on Monday to Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. by renowned yoga instructor. Virtual Zumba session is also there on alternate days, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So you can also join that session. The best part, you can join right from your comfort zone. For details, kindly visit the committee page on icai.org. With that, I once again thank everyone for your presence and participation. Let's stay connected and stay balanced and keep spreading positivity. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I also give my heartiest, thank you and for giving me such a beautiful opportunity to address the distinguished, members who are so, already full of wisdom and high on intellect. And it's really my, pride moment to be there addressing them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yes, yes.